Firefighters in Pennsylvania rescued a man who got pinned down by a large chunk of ice outside his home. The 67-year-old man was outside his home in Erie cleaning off ice from the gutters of his home. Well, firefighters say a large 6 by 10 foot chunk of ice then fell onto his legs. He was freed by firefighters in about 15 minutes, somehow only suffered minor injuries. But Erie could be in for another round of snow soon, very soon, thanks to our latest winter storm. But that had to be a scary scene there.
And that's so common with heavy snowfall. Up north in our heaviest snowfall years, you get all of that comes off of the roofs, produces the icicles. Very dangerous, very much
Absolutely.
so. Okay, so we've got 3 phases of this storm. We're talking all about the tremendous issues that we've got in Cali right now in California. Take a look at that spin in the atmosphere. That is what's going to produce the snowstorm as we go into the east through the week. So there's the energy in the atmosphere. Watch us move across the U.S. here very rapidly. Now, when it gets to this position here, this actually takes on what we refer to as a negative tilt in the atmosphere, and we get a low pressure system that develops very rapidly here. Strong winds on this side of the low, but exceptionally mild conditions here. The east is going to be almost an all-rain event. Watch this thing track. It goes right up the Appalachians.
Yeah, we're looking at a lot of those areas that saw snow last week on the rain side of it.
Going to be on the rain side because it's an inside track. We'll talk about that in a bit. But if we move this forward here, here's what I'm really concerned about. An area of icing into St. Louis Thursday night. Then as we go into Friday and the system begins to move here, we continue to see this area of icing. Now, watch what happens when the cold air really locks in here on the backside of the system. You see this whole area expand here from western Kentucky right up through Ohio here. A lot of icing potential in here from Columbus up through Cleveland into Buffalo. In the meantime, look at New York through Boston. It's a big rain event here. There is really mild air across this area, and they may get off scot-free without any heavy wintry precipitation here. Meanwhile, back in the cold air on the west side of this low, you get significant snow and potentially icing.
Yeah.
This is what we're really concerned about, the icing. I went through that a little too quick. Let me see if I can come back to that. Right in here in western Tennessee up through western Kentucky, the best chance for icing in here, and this could be critical because we've got such cold air down at the surface. And then the snowfall. If we take a look at snowfall here, snowfall is going to be significant as well. Let's play that. Whoops. Catherine, can you bring that back for me? Let's see if we can get that back. The snowfall across this area is going to be very significant as well.
Right.
In fact, the area right here across Indiana into Ohio could see double-digit snowfall. Now, this is the GFS model. The European model is just a little further westward with this, but very heavy snow. And finally, if we put it all together, this is the forecast we have right now across this area. The same area that likely is going to receive some icing will then get snowfall on top of this. So it's going to be a very, very critical winter situation here. In the meantime, look at the East Coast here. They stay mild because of the track of this storm.
All right. Something to absolutely watch as we get closer. Could be very, very impactful for a place like Memphis. Good evening.
There's a southern side to all this, right? There's going to be a lot of rain that comes in the forecast. 50 degrees for us right now as we look over the mighty Mississippi River. Many parts of the southeast could be looking at maybe an inch or more of rain. It's just making it a soggy go over the next couple days. So let's go later in the week. There's that low, and that's the really center of Hunter. But a lot of moisture then comes out of the Gulf of Mexico, and you can see we're soaked here across the Mid-South. Yes, that'll include Little Rock, that'll include Tupelo, up toward Memphis as well, where some of the heaviest rain will fall for us here. Notice that the snowy precip is back here, farther north you go, but rain that'll extend from the Gulf Coast all the way to the Ohio Valley before that front slides in. But notice how wet it is with even thunderstorms in the forecast here from New Orleans up towards, say, Birmingham, then spreading all the way into the northeast here. Our forecast on Friday, a soaker here, high 85 and 95, and then Friday extends from the mid-Atlantic all the way up into New England, where even thunderstorms are possible in Jersey, 1 to 2 inches likely across the Tennessee Valley. Soon to come on Weather Underground. Wildfires and rainstorms have created the perfect recipe for debris flows. Find out why right down to the neighborhood level when we come back.